Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. Kislev sacrificed many of their own people to save us, and I think it's time to return the favor. Let's get in here. So I think there's a Beastmen army in either ambush mode or hidden encampment mode somewhere around here.
The dwarfs need me.
Can we... Okay, we can march out. So if we march Grombrindle's army into reinforcement position, he's gonna enter the battle tired. But if we underway into reinforcement position, there's a chance we get caught in an underway battle. I'm not 100% sure how these work. If they intercept us on the underway and they're not allowed to bring reinforcements, and we just go Grombrindle's army versus one of their armies, we probably win that pretty handily, right? I guess this one's actually not bad. Minotaur's Razor Gore Chariots, a giant. I think we'd beat this army, though. What about this one? This one is a little better. Fewer Bestigor, right?
By the comet.
And you have... Okay, great swords are fine. So yeah, I think we're going to try March mode. I would rather take this as one big, huge battle than go army to army. Even though I think there's a pretty good chance that we would win army to army.
On my way.
We're going to win by a lot, taking it as one huge battle. Alright, my guess is these guys are just going to be able to run away. But we can at least break this up. They are not interested in running away. Oh, we don't get the settlement as reinforcements because of the fact that this isn't the sieging army. Scar Rageheart is the one that's actually sieging. Okay, well still, let's do this. The balance of power bar has this massively in our favor, and I don't agree with it to this extent, but I do think we're going to win. I think we're going to win, and we're going to win handily. It's not going to be close. I just don't think it's going to be that much. We are certainly going to take losses here, but if we can break down two big Warherd of Chaos armies, this might actually be the end for Chaos. Well, sorry, for the Northern Chaos forces. We still have all those puppets down south. I don't know where those guys came from. But yeah, I mean, we'll do a ton of damage to their infantry as they approach. This army has the flame cannons. We have organ guns to work the Minotaurs as they approach. Like, yeah, this is going to be a win. It's going to be a win, but I think we will suffer significant losses. So our reinforcements are coming in on this side. Their reinforcements are coming in on that side. That's a little awkward.
Flame cannon.
So let's do it from here. The flame cannon's firing kind of an arc. So actually... maybe it's better to have the flame cannons over here. Let's try to be close to my reinforcements. I want these guys to be out of the battle as long as possible.
Organ gunner.
We'll put the organ gunners here because this is a straighter shot for them. It's not actually super good still. Maybe we put the organ guns up here. The flame cannons right behind them. Although flame cannons have like super short range, don't they? Well, relative to an artillery piece.
Flame cannon.
Yeah, but the terrain is making this difficult. Let's go ahead and put the flame cannons slightly behind. We'll miss out on a tiny bit of flame cannon fire. We might actually have to roll our army forward, depending on how this goes. It may be the case that these dudes on this side are more interested in fighting the reinforcements than they are in coming forward toward us. And this is actually a really good army. This is going to be a nightmare for them to fight. And are you on an anvil? You totally are. Yeah, I feel good about this. You guys can be like right here. This is going to be fun. We have, what, they have like 2 units of archers. I guess I can't see them right now because they're invisible. But yeah, I think this is going to be all right. Where are you going? That's weird. He decided I was wrong about his initial position. Alright, get in here. Alright, turn off guard mode on these guys. Hold on, let's issue some initial orders for the ones that are not initially being controlled. So it's 2 bombers and a copter. The copter should have... yeah, just harass these guys, and we'll fly these 2 through and drop a ton of bombs on this force. Let's start with these guys. They're just gore, but you know, we just Trying to rack up some kills here. Get those Minotaurs. Oh, the Bestigor and the Minotaurs are grouping up. That's beautiful. Right, work those guys over. This guy in his sweet razor gore-pulled chariot is charging our line, and he's charging the wrong part of it. I think he's going to be disappointed with how this turns out. Let's move a unit or two of Giant Slayers over to this side, because it looks like this is where we're going to take the chariot hit. I assume the chariots were going to ride toward the artillery, which I think is a reasonable assumption. They made some strange choices here. Okay, this army's pretty heavy on ranged, due to the way recruitment has gone here. I think what we want to do is pretty much just ignore this chariot. Like, let's get this unit of Ironbreakers in on it. Melee mode, just like get in there. And then we'll have another unit of Ironbreakers try to form up behind it and deny it escape. And the rest of these units need to get into the actual battle. So you have your orders. I'm going to actually just box select. No, if I box select, it's going to try to assign them really strange movement orders, though. Let's get all of the guys who are not... There we go. All the guys who are ranged, who are not involved in fighting this chariot. Just run over here and plan to form a gun line. We'll see how well that actually works. I need to give the artillery a second to get in. We'll command them to move together. Grombrindle needs to come over the hill screaming. Thrund Ironbrow can follow suit, and then you have orders already. You're doing a thing already. You have orders already. I guess we're pretty much good aside from that. Yeah, these gunners are okay. I want to grab these other organ guns the second they are on the map enough to be commanded. We're going to try to take a position on the hill from which we can... Yeah, more like this. From which we can shoot at this incoming army. And let's manual up some gyrocopter kills, huh? These guys probably just want to hit the Minotaurs? Or I guess we'll do more damage coming through this group of Minotaurs, because they're in with the other enemies a little bit more. Right, stay focused there. Stay focused there. These Giant Slayers are going to run up and just, like, go man mode on these Minotaurs. This is a little dangerous. We're going to take some hits here. I don't really want to disrupt the grenade throwing. This is the time for grenade throwing. Probably don't need to pop that yet. Alright, the gyrocopters are doing fantastic work, and this gyrocopter is my next concern. So yep, this thing's happening. The Minotaurs are defeated. They're just done for. The chariot's trying to escape the grenades. Somewhat limited success. Alright, well I can't help but notice that a lot of my units are disregarding my orders. But it's fine. I'm gonna run this way, drop some bombs real quick, and then we gotta get, probably gotta get all of the flying units on giant duty. Forth and get yourself some Minotaur. Remarkably few beastmen actually still over here. As soon as this mess is cleaned up, we got to rotate some of these Ironbreakers around. Get to work on that giant. So how's this going? Did everybody... How many people are actually still following the orders I gave? Yeah, sure. Shoot at those minotaurs. Actually, no, never mind. The grudge throwers have to get over onto the hill. We're not going to be able to defend them from there. Alright, you guys and you guys were the two people who were on chariot duty. Let's just form up to protect the gun line that we're making. Actually want them... you know what? They're fine where they are. There's not really any range to speak of among the enemies, so... Make sure we need to turn our artillery a little bit here.
On the way! On the way!
Alright, I think things are going pretty well so far. Maybe I'm underestimating our forces again. We are doing really, really good damage. We're not going to take quite as many losses as I thought. I mean, I guess like some of these units of Iron Breakers are getting proper dead. Those Giant Slayers are they're gonna have a rough time. They're gonna have a rough go of it here. We really need to get people in on the Bestigors. You guys are still working that giant over. That is a fine and noble goal. Don't let me distract you. You lot. I'm gonna command group these guys. Where do I want the focus? I guess what I actually want you to do is just like move forward a little bit, because it looks like the Thunderers are not quite in range of all the things I would like them to be in range of. But yeah, we're about to have a bunch of extra ranged power here. Not moving, start killing.
Move off! It is a reckoning! Strike out!
Hurry! Get to them before they get to us. Okay, good defense, good self-defense. Yeah, we're just gonna have the cannon crew fall back a little bit. I was hoping that they would be able to stay in their situation there. Alright, well, I don't have any idea why all these enemies, or why all these guys decided that they didn't need to follow orders, but I guess we can do this with them at least. Units get distracted and forget what they were supposed to be doing so easily. That's a shame. Let's get some flanking done over here. You guys two just get around back. Oh, yeah, I mean, we're taking a lot of damage. We've fired all of our grenades and everything. Okay, that's catapult fire directly into my own troops. Oh, it's the Cygor, right. They have a Cygor. Who wants to go fight a Cygor? How does this gyrocopter take so much damage? Can we hit that with our own catapults? We can try.
Yes! Range far, range fast!
Apparently these guys aren't content to give up yet. It looks like we've broken one of the Beastmen armies, and the other one is wavering badly.
Iron breakers!
My cannons in range of the Cygor? They totally are. I'm gonna have these guys pull out, because I'd prefer not to lose a gyrocopter. Oh no!
Withdraw!
A giant killed Scully. Scully? Scully? A giant killed that guy whose name I can never remember. Okay, you guys have new orders. There are other problems to worry about over here. Alright, the gyrocopters are actually doing an okay job of keeping this thing distracted, but maybe we should pull them back. We need some flanking damage over here.
Axes out, lads! Go! Flame cannon!
Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage over here, so you guys all need to focus on that giant. Yeah, I think my plan is just everybody get over here and throw a lot of grenades. We'll engage with people manually later. The choppers do this thing. Yeah, you can run. That's fine. Grombrindle's on his way into the actual battle. This is an organ gun. It's like set up over here if you can figure that out. Actually, this is organ gun crew that is not attached to an organ gun. Where the hell are your guns? No, seriously, where are their guns? Am I missing them? Oh, here. These are your guns. Go get those. You need those. And the rest of you guys just need to get over here. Yeah, that giant is a problem.
Show us the target, Lord.
All of our artillery back here is out of ammunition, except for the organ gun that is getting mauled by a giant. Okay, giant down. It looks like he may have killed one or two people as he fell there, which is unfortunate, but just sort of the cost of doing business with a giant. Aw, they're not even going to get to throw their grenades before the battle ends. Oof. Also, one last shot from the Cygor. Little parting shot there. There we go. There's the grenades. Let's take a moment and enjoy this giant falling. Okay. Like I said, we almost certainly would have gotten better results from an auto-resolve there. And also, probably Scully Hellhind wouldn't have been killed in battle by a giant. But these big battles, it just feels wrong to auto-resolve them when we can do otherwise. Also, feels real good to watch the grenade thing happen every single time. 240, 147, 233, 309. Dwarven artillery crews carrying the day once again. These flame cannons are fantastic. I really, really like them. It does kind of seem like these two sort of fill a similar role. The flame cannons, I guess, are more analogous to normal cannons. And normal cannons have a much, much greater range. But they don't explode nearly as satisfyingly. And also, Grombrindle's army is actually pretty much in at full health, so we'll be able to repel the one healthy Warherd army that we seem to have lost track of. We'll just stay next to this Kislev settlement. We should be fine. So Scully Hellhind's dead, though. That's a real problem. We need to assign a new lord. Well, it should definitely be a rune lord, right? Confident. Yeah, let's go for melee attack. Sorry, Scully. I stopped paying attention. These things happen sometimes.
Setting off.
I feel bad about it, which is silly, because, you know, it's a video game and everything. But I do actually feel bad about it. Alright, you're fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. The previous commanding officer, he left. He chose to take a big vacation. I wouldn't worry about it. Nothing terrible happened to him that is definitely also going to happen to you. Okay, and Grombrindle is actually still in our territory in good shape here. Oh, he's in march mode, right. He can't attack. I think I'm going to leave him here. He's not in the reinforcement zone of this, but he is in the reinforcement zone of this army, and he's in a place where he's getting replenishment right now. So let's just leave him there. Alright, then we have this stuff to deal with. Thorgrim the Mad, because everybody in our Kislev fighting forces is mad, has a real claim on Prince Sigvald. I think we're going to get him. What do I want to do with you now? You have Relentless, Resolute is bad, Ancestral Grudge is really bad. I guess just armor for you? Passively boost income in the region you're in, because he'll spend some time in Sjökraken. I don't think any of the stuff we take there is going to matter. Alright, so Prince Sigvald is in bad shape. Or, sorry, Prince Sigvald is in fine shape. We're in bad shape, is what I was trying to trying to brain out there. So you have to be a little bit careful about the Beastmen doubling back to reinforce him. Like, to the point where maybe the thing that makes sense to do here is just to stay put and go into replenishment mode.
Summon me if you dare.
Maybe we can move forward a little bit. So if we stay, like, over here... Oh, actually, I can barely move at all while maintaining enough movement to go into encampment, so that's fine. I guess we'll just move the amount we can afford to move.
The High King moves. Very well.
And we cannot summon in any regiments of renown because we're not in friendly territory. But we do have access to the global recruitment pool here. Let's just grab... So he can pull Longbeards. Yeah, let's grab a couple of Longbeards.
Yes.
You're fine, I guess. Very, very torn up army. Listen, there's been some real stuff happening here. Alright, Craig's strong arm actually has all the yellow line stuff he wants. He's on his anvil, so I guess it's time to actually pick up some red or blue line skills for him. Now, he's hanging out with Ungrim, which means he doesn't really need Lightning Strike, because Ungrim's got him covered on that. So I guess we'll go up the red line.
Summon me if you dare.
Alright, Skolson can totally get in range of Martek. Not that we probably need the help.
What orders?
Thorgard Bear's Keeper can run ahead and just... I love the idea of a dwarf just running into the city and attacking the city guard. And then when they finally outnumber him, he just runs back out laughing. Drunk as hell, just shouting the whole time. Ah, this'll show you, Wazooks. Do we just go for the attack right now? There's probably no reason to wait, right? And I shouldn't auto-resolve it. I shouldn't need to manual this, but if we don't manual this, we're gonna lose our siege crews and stuff. Alright, let's do it. Archon the Black never saw it coming. He probably should have, given how many times he tried to get a non-aggression pact from me and I refused to give it to him. So we should be a little bit careful. It is important to remember that they will at some point summon a unit of Ushabti into our siege crew, and also they do have a flying unit as well. So we should probably leave people back to guard the siege crews. Probably some of the people from Thick Skolson's army will stay back. He's actually coming in on this side because of course he is. Why not come in on the side that is objectively worse? Right, we put these guys far enough back in the corner. Okay, let's make the organ guns be on the outside.
War of vengeance.
You guys can be over here. Alright, we should be out of range of that tower, but still able to shoot that wall. And then shield guys. Unshielded guys. Distraction-ocopters. And, of course, our Lord. Our Lord probably should be over here. Alright, let's do it. You've seen me execute this plan at this point probably actually dozens of times. This is the thing. Now here's the downside of putting our anvil on this Lord, and I could have unequipped it before the battle. He can no longer climb the wall. You cannot command him to just get off of it during the battle. He's going to stay up there. Alright, we saw a version of this go pretty well pretty recently. Alright, everybody just get up here.
Don't skirmish! Miners! If they get close, not on!
Wait, it really sounds like they sometimes shout, if they get close, nut them, which is not... That's not a good combat strategy. Alright, so what do we have here? Skeleton Spearmen, here we go. Nahakaran Warriors, these are slightly better fighters. I'm trying to figure out where we need to drop the bombs for maximum effect. We don't need to bother taking out their archers. Their archers are terrible. These guys are their best actual ground combat troops. Hold on, I had everybody move up, but I didn't actually issue the order to climb the walls. Wow, there's not 2 ladders worth of space over here. Well, that sucks. Guess you get over here. All right, it's going to be a slow climb up onto the walls then. They don't even have control of this tower. Weird. What a weird decision to have made. All right, so you guys don't have any bombs left. You're just probably. Where do I want you? Because we want to keep distracting the archers, right? Oh, the archers aren't going to get through the Longbeards anyway. Maybe I don't care. Do they have any... They do have a unit of archers back here. I mean, these archers aren't very dangerous. Yeah, just run forward. At least make the archers have to turn around and stop fighting, or stop firing, and we'll get some bombs on here. So we want to try to get the Nahakaran warriors with these bombs. None of their units are actually super dangerous. Let's try to get the healthy unit this time. Alright, that's pretty good. We did some okay damage there. Oh, you know what? While this stuff is happening, we should probably... I guess we can just leave the Slayers back here, right? Have the Slayers sort of sprinkled throughout the artillery, and then when the inevitable Ushabti summon occurs, just get right on them, because they're large, of course, and the Slayers are good at fighting them. Okay, they do not have control of this tower. That's ridiculous. This is a ridiculous assertion. Alright. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. We could just, instead of worrying about running away from the archers, not taking any bonus damage, we could just kill all the archers. That'll work fine. Oh, there's the first Realm of Souls hit. We should probably tell the siege crews to chill out now. Well, I guess keep working the archers until they're actually dead. But it shouldn't take long. There's the ladder cursor. We probably don't actually even need to put too many more people up on the wall. They're being smart and keeping their most of their stuff pretty far from the wall here. But we can, of course, utilize this as an opportunity to bring our siege crews through. Boy, yeah, they really just completely let us take over here. Let's burn down their ground troops on this side of the gate a little bit, and then we'll run our own Longbeards down and take control of the gatehouse.
The clans unite! Shoot the wizards!
Okay, I see the plan here. Never mind, we just won't engage in this battle. I'm not sure that those units of archers are even really capable of doing much damage to the gyrocopters, but I'd rather not even have the chance of losing them. Now, if we run down here to attack, obviously they'll charge us with their cavalry, but I don't think their cavalry is great, so that might be fine. You know what you guys can do? Just get down here to the gatehouse. Go stand behind your shields right here. Give me control of this gate. Because the sooner we get this open, the sooner this is going to be over. That's right, we could be casting our buffs through the wall here. Alright, they did the thing as we expected they would. Slayers handle it, and then once this is done, the Slayers can run up and join the actual battle. Because they should only be able to do this once. Slayers are really having at these guys. Like, look at how low their health is already. Yeah, I mean, we're taking some hits.
It is a reckoning! Slayers! Move!
Alright, on the whole, that went pretty well. What's up with my Longbeards and not doing the thing I told them to do?
Longbeards!
You lot, get down here. Get control of this gate.
Take him down!
They're running their archers up into melee to prevent me from moving down and taking the gate, I guess? I'm not really sure what's going on with this play. This just seems really bad. So, this city is built pretty cunningly. Like, it's going to be hard to attack the city center with our artillery. We can bring the grudge throwers forward a bit. Probably not too close. Organ gunners right up to the gate. And we have control of the gatehouse now. So, I guess we just, like, everybody get into the city. Including you. To be perfectly honest, this might just be a box select, everyone attack that lord. Let's not have the artillery go in, or the gyrocopters rather, go in first. Those gyrocopters can get to work because they still have some ammo left. Wow. He managed to not get completely bowled over by the charge. I'll give him that. That guy completely missed. Listen, the Slayer Corp does not have great vision insurance, so when the dwarves need glasses, they mostly just don't get them. It's a very American healthcare system. Here's the armor and damage resistance. For real, kill this guy. Wow, can't see anything through all the spell effects. And I'll give him this. He is definitely still standing up. Not for much longer, I think.
Iron-willed! Kazu!
Go get him. Oh, they've cast that rampage thing on us. I mean, all that's going to do is make us stand here and fight them, which is extremely what we were already doing.
Understood, Lord!
Have the gyrocopters fall in on the backs of these horsemen. Some good flanking damage. Look at that. No morale loss at all. There it is. Let's say, but like surviving the initial charge without losing any leadership. That's impressive. All right, are you guys really still not giving up? Because this battle's so over. The degree to which this battle is over is crazy. Oops, I shouldn't have selected so many melee units there. I want all the ranged working on that. Shouldn't take long. Their lord is still in that bundle of dudes. I can't even... Is that him there? Yeah, okay, you can kind of see him. You guys, hey. I know you're upset, but hold on. Let the ranged get in position to do something first here. You get second shot. Never mind. Apparently we're just doing it. Okay, everybody kill the Ushabti then. Yeah, gyrocopters are pretty great cavalry. A lot of cavalry have trouble doing their thing, getting these rear charges going in city maps, but no problem at all for gyrocopters. I'm gonna have a hard time playing forces that don't have flying cavalry after this. All right, well, you guys have your orders. Never mind, battle's over. I was gonna say let's Control A and just click the city center. Yeah, that'll do. There's no way the outcome would have been that good in an auto-resolve. So, I mean, what we've learned here is that auto-resolve is a harsh mistress. It's a tool to be used sparingly, carefully. So somewhere, the followers of Nagash still have an army that is led by Archon the Black. I think that's very likely. That's the army that's going to be full, and that's the one that's going to have the best troops in it, so I'm a little worried about the fact that we don't know where it is. He still has a settlement to the north of where Ungrim currently is. That might be the place that the big army is gathered. We need to be cautious. I don't want to suffer any setbacks over here, because we have a lot of stuff to do. Alright, just occupy. And that's one of our things. Oh, Thick Skullson got the Seed of Rebirth. I actually think the Seed of Rebirth is a super good item. Regeneration on a Lord is such a powerful thing. Alright, so you have all of that stuff. Let's get you... Huh. You know, honestly, this is pretty good. Let's go for tactical acumen on him, and we'll get him some rangers. Maybe. I mean, the game might end before we're in position to do that. Okay, definitely give me some walls on this settlement. So yeah, Kofir maybe is the place where Archon the Black is gathering, or... Oh no, here he is. He must have been wounded when we did our initial approach. Well, I think we've got to get aggressive on him, right? A 7-unit garrison with 2 tiny armies, like... The only play is, let's do this. Oh, actually, you have so much movement range. God, you're fast. Okay, yeah, let's just have at him. Let's start with Archon the Black, because he's outside the city. We could just Lightning Strike. Yeah, we should just Lightning Strike and remove him from the table, right? Before we do anything else. Defeated Archon the Black. Diplomatic relations plus 20 with Tomb Kings. Weapon strength up when fighting against vampire counts. That's a huge buff, too. It's a shame this happened so late after we wiped out all the vampire counts.
Ready.
Do you have the movement necessary to still attack him? No, it looks like you don't quite. Well, let's have at this settlement then. And I guess we'll do it manually. That balance of power bar is lying. I think that this is way more in our favor than it does. Ooh, especially given the choke point battle, like, this is not great for them. Because we have artillery and they don't, right? So we're just going to roll our artillery up to a place where, we could spawn over here. If we take our whole force over here... We can just roll the catapults up until we're able to shoot at them wherever they are, and we can keep our normal ranged and a bunch of our longbeards in this area. Sorry, probably not you guys. Just control the bottleneck that way. This is going to go, like, really, really very badly for them, I think. That said, they are going to get some artillery crew kills with that summoned Ushabti unit. I'm going to leave the Grumbling Guard back here. You guys aren't actually anti-large, though, are you? No, armored and armor piercing. Let's leave 1 unit of Giant Slayers. Maybe even 2. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so actually they're going to ride out on us. It is beneficial to us to keep them in that... bottleneck if we can, or at least close to it. They don't really have much in the way of ranged to speak of, so we can probably afford to move you guys up at least a little bit. And let's do some gyro bomber harass. And actually, we should probably turn the catapults. We can shoot a little bit here, but may as well move up so that we're definitely in range of the bottleneck. They do have a fair number of units of ranged. I hate the fact that the camera tries to stick directly above the terrain even when there isn't any terrain. Yeah, my plan here is just to try to slow them down a little bit. Give us time to get into the positions we want to be in. Alright, they're stopping to shoot. That's good for us. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Move through, move through. Try to get some bombs on all of these sepulchral stalkers. Alright, and we've bought ourselves some time. Try to lead him off this way a little bit. Can you maybe one-shot Archon? Because he's really messed up. Alright, it's not going to be a one-shot, but it's going to be fast. He's going to go down quickly. Alright, I would love to be able to just get right in on their Tomb King with Ungrim, but it looks like they're going to be cowards about this. I guess some of these Giant Slayers need to come around this side, and some of them... Yeah, alright. The Quarrelers aren't really going to be able to fire from here. Well, we'll figure it out. Let's get engaged first. Oh, we should probably instruct the grudge throwers to shoot somewhere that isn't directly into our units. Like, I don't know. Aim at these guys for now. Looks like Archon is still up remarkably. How much health does he have left? 216. Okay, this thing will have him down shortly. You don't all have to stop and fight the cavalry. Come on, get through there. Alright, one enemy lord is down. Did a pretty good job of being distracting to their ranged. I think we need to move the Thunderers and the Scolder Guard to better positions. Okay, interesting. They chose not to spawn the Ushabti on the artillery. I admit that caught me off guard a little bit. What are you guys doing? Fight! The units of Ushabti are not going to stand against us for very long. We've actually taken a lot of damage on our gyro bomber, but I'm fine with it. Make sure guard mode is off. Get that Tomb King. All of the buffs. Okay, where's Ungrim? Because there's a lot of low health bars here. Ungrim can't be injured, right? Oh no, this is... You can see his health bar behind his flag every once in a while. Okay, he's doing a fine job. He's doing that thing he does. That's probably enough damage on the gyrocopter. It did what it needed to do. It kept that chariot from actually attacking anybody in any meaningful way. Let's probably do a halt on this since we're now actually approaching their ranged. Cravens? My warriors flee. Oh, the... Right. The unit of range that was fighting the Ushabti. Okay, I think this one's over. They have summoned another unit of Ushabti, despite the fact that that is not how this works. You guys attack, you guys run. Right, I think the units of Ushabti are the only things that are left. So they summoned 3 of them. That's interesting. Maybe this is an Archon the Black thing? You definitely can't just summon 3 units of Ushabti. Alright, everybody except you guys. Get over here and do the thing. I mean, these guys are just going to decay on their own. We are definitely losing an entire catapult crew. Hurry! Go faster! Drink your speed potion. There's no way he gets over here. Well, the gyro bomber still has some ammunition. That's good. Run, little catapult crew, run! Okay, here come the Slayers. That's a pretty solid wave they formed there. Yeah, that was 3 Ushabti summons. I'm not sure what's up with that. Archon the Black might have some super cool powers, maybe? Remarkably, he is not counted among the lost, despite the fact that we killed him before the battle, and then again during the battle very early on. Well, I guess maybe we'll have to put him down one more time after this. But if this is where he was starting to build up his army, that means that there's probably they probably have no armies left on the map right now, so we could probably just wipe him out. Man, so I wasn't really thinking about this, but a plus 20 diplomatic relations with Tomb King's bonus, if you could get that on a couple of people, if you could defeat Archon the Black with a couple of different generals early, you would never have to worry about the Tomb Kings turning on you, ever. I mean, it's not really a concern anyway. The fact that they take the Great Power bonus as a positive thing, or the Great Power penalty, rather, as a positive thing, usually makes them pretty easy to deal with. Oh, wow. Plus 10% extra campaign movement range. This is a great trait. Ungrim Iron Fist. Campaigner. He's out there looking for the thing that can kill him so he can fulfill his oath. He has yet to find it. Okay, we probably don't want to go spending any money on buildings. Who still has stuff left to do? Oh, you guys. Go and attack Sigvald? Wow. Target's effects minus 54%. This dude is on guard. Oh, that's right. Didn't a Kislev agent critically failed to attack him last turn? Then I guess just attack these guys?
Punish the grudge makers.
It's not much left in that stack, but every little bit we can take out of it does help. Okay, Donald Steelbeard needs to finish this off. I can't imagine we're going to have to manual this. This one should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, an open field battle against a very small number of orcs should go pretty smoothly. Alright, we're 2/3 of the way to this province then. Here's hoping we don't get wiped out by Skaven. Oh yeah, you were headed up to maybe interact with the Puppets of Chaos. We don't actually need growth here, so tax rate maybe? Tax rate's not super high. Yeah, tax rate. Public order's not going to be a problem either, I don't think. Yeah, we already have a drinking hall. Okay. Definitely not spending any money on buildings. We have a rebellion coming in the Giant Home Mountains, which we'll deal with when we can. It's gonna be a minute. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. On the whole, though, I think this is going very well. We are about to enter the home stretch. I guess I still don't really have a solution. Oh, apparently that hero had a tiny, tiny amount of movement left assigned to him. That's annoying. Just straight doesn't ask you for orders for a guy who effectively has no orders. It's hard to keep track of everything when your force is this large.
The runes are ready.
So yeah, up north here, they're pretty much broken. There's going to be one more great big battle against Sigvald. Actually, we know he has lightning strike. So I might have done a bad thing here. No thanks. Yeah, I might have done a bad thing by leaving those injured armies so close to him. It's hard to move across open terrain. I kind of forgot that he had... Or it's hard to move across that northern terrain, but I kind of forgot that he had lightning strike. He might kill one of our armies. Maybe. He is totally, absolutely going to do the thing I just said. Well, we do have the option of retreating. He probably won't be able to follow us. Yeah, I'm gonna break. And then we're just gonna do the same thing here, I think. And if you want, let's not fight him one stack against one stack. The balance of power bar has this actually being pretty positive for us, but I don't think it's right. Yeah, like, look at our force. We have a lot of range, but it's mostly arrows that won't be effective. They have 3 giants and 2 hell cannons. No, you also fall back with Thorgrim. Wait, why are you running the wrong way? He got attacked from the southeast by Sigvald and retreated to the southeast. But see, now we get to use both of our armies against him on our turn, which is a much better way to do this. And I think he is actually the final Chaos Warriors army. Unfortunately, we will have taken an extra turn of attrition damage here, but the fact that we're attacking with twice as many units has to be better. Oh wow, the Bretonnians are actually settling in Athaloran. Well, the Wood Elves are going to stop at nothing now, until every Bretonnian is scoured from the face of the planet. Then hopefully the Order of Lore Masters and Hexoatl will work together to be very distracting. So let's look at the situation here. All of this stuff that appears to be ruins is this Skaven player. Then there's the Vampire Coast. I think that they're on the same team basically as the Skaven as far as the way this power block is broken down. We are completely surrounded by enemies. There's a ton of Blue Vipers territory. Yeah, I really need Hexoatl and the Lore Masters to come through here. Not so much that I'm willing to take a military alliance. That sounds like crazy talk. I think there is a non-zero chance that the moment Hexoatl has a military alliance with us, they just attack the Order of the Lore Masters. Hey, look how big our combined forces are now, right? Alright, please, Clan Pestilens, do not come over to my tiny kingdom. It would be so inconvenient for you. Think about how hard it is to live in these mountains. You don't want any of this. Yep, he's coming. Alright, well, that sucks. We're going to lose Hualatl. We do not have the movement to make it back there in time. But we'll do our best to fight them. Oh! Alright, Cetra, that was very, very helpful. And that Liberus army disappeared, which means it went north into the fog, so they're probably going to meet up with another Puppets of Chaos army up there. Tomb Kings may yet save us. Kislev can clean up these beastmen. Warherd of Chaos is destroyed. Look at that. Look at what teamwork can do. And hopefully Estalia is preparing for a big push westward, because we still do have to eliminate Norska at the end of this. Alright, I think there's a pretty good chance that we end up not having to fight too many of these Puppets of Chaos. They did burn Myrmidons, but look at how damaged that army is after doing so. There's still a Servants to Chaos force somewhere that has full strength. I think there's a chance that they're going to be like the Puppets were. Like, the Puppets waited politely until after we finished fighting the Bjornlings. Maybe those Servants are also just waiting somewhere until we finish fighting, the main Chaos force, and then they're all going to appear. Okay, we're going to have, rebellions and rebellions and rebellions. The entire north is on fire. Things have been better.
The dwarfs need me.
Can you... Aha! You can, in fact, underway close enough to him to get into replenishment, or into reinforcement range. Alright, this should be pretty easy. So we'll lead the attack with Thorgrim, or does Guthrie have the trait for defeating Sigvald already? Is Vampire Hunter, Ruins End? He does not. That said, his army's in the worst shape out of all the armies we have up here, so maybe we lead this attack with Thorgrim.
Wipe out the trespassers.
Yeah, I don't think we need to have Guthrie involved in this. We're not really going to gain anything by having his army run over here. Let's do it. Let's wipe out chaos once and for all. Thorgrim and Grombrindle working together to finally put an end to this nonsense, while Ungrim is off fighting dinky little Tomb Kings in a place that kind of doesn't matter at all to anyone. I'm a little worried about the Hell Cannons. I think Grombrindle's army has... Oh, alright, they're coming in kind of a funny place. I say kind of a funny place, but it is the place where all of our reinforcements come in. Alright, so these cannons will have a shot on the giant right away. That's pretty great. That we don't really have anything in this army except for Quarrelers, so Quarrelers out. Thorgrim himself is not feeling super great.
I'm guild approved.
You are, in fact, guild approved. Okay. I guess let's have at 'em. Not a lot of technique or finesse to apply here.
Kill is ours. Aye, as ye command.
Alright, so do we want to try to... I guess here's the real question. Do we try to have our armies meet up? Yeah, probably, right? Because actually, Grombrindle's Ironbreakers and stuff would form a great front line. So why don't we have all of these dudes, in fact, we'll kind of move them like this. I don't want to abandon our artillery just yet. But the Longbeards get right there. But we can try to kind of meet in the middle here. These Chaos Knights are not, or these Chaos Forces are not nearly as fast as the Beastmen, so they probably will not do that great of a job of keeping us from meeting up. And the Gyrocopters, too, head out. We should actually be able to mess up a giant pretty badly. I was not really thinking about the incredible amount of ranged we have. All right, everybody all in together now. Boy, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle this situation by himself. 2 Hell Cannons is tough. Well, let's do what we can. We can get a couple of good bombs off at least. Do I want to reorient these guys, or do I want to... I probably just want them to keep being able to fire, right? Doing some okay damage to this giant. God, that's a lot of giants. That is entirely too many giants. I guess we're pretty much just standing and waiting. Try to shoot down the gyrocopters. Okay. Alright, hopefully we can remove one of those crews from the battle. I don't know why that guy's facing the wrong way. Actually, never mind. You should be over here to fight these Chaos Trolls. Oh no, my hidden units were revealed! Actually, never mind. The whole lot of you are after these guys now. Alright. Maybe time to start issuing some combat orders. Let's have you guys focus on the Chaos Giant. Actually, we can have a ton of people focus on the Chaos Giant as it approaches. Over here. Some dudes in on this Chaos Giant. Over here. Yep, just fill them with arrows. Giants are usually not wearing enough armor to take a good arrowing. Looks like we're actually doing really good work over there with the what do you call it? The gyrocopter. He's got that one Hell Cannon crew almost completely dead. Come on, fire one more time, finish it off. Hey, you know what? They're on the run. Focus on the other crew that's still firing. Yeah, I was not expecting a single Hell Cannon to get that job done so quickly. Oh my god, look at how much damage we've done to this giant already. If we zoom in, nope, he does not in fact just look like a cartoon porcupine. The Iron Breakers are doing the Iron Breaker thing. We can pop some more buffs over here. Alright, you guys are all focusing on the wrong enemy. Alright, I mean, we're going to suffer some losses, but on the whole, this is not going that poorly. Let's have these cannons and organ guns all focus in on giants. They probably don't need to keep running. Alright, everybody has firing orders. The engineer should probably not be that deep. Have him run over here. I guess move there and then fire. Look at me. Look at me remembering to use the shift key for commands.
Let's be accomplish! Kill X! Range far, range fast!
Okay, that's getting done. Yeah, we're winning. Some good damage in on these giants. Once the giants are down, I'm going to feel a lot more secure about our position.
Satisfy the grudge!
You guys could probably, like, come around, right?
For the ancestor gods!
Never mind, I guess these trolls have already recovered.
Yes, laddie!
You are in position to buff a whole lot of dudes. I keep forgetting that that's even a thing he can do. And you need to focus on their lord now. A giant's done for. Let's put Sigvald in the ground if we can. This seems like a fine place to turn the attention of our gunners. And now that we're like... Oh, Grumbrindle, get in there, you embarrassing moron. So we should probably turn the organ guns on this flank as well. You guys can just fire into... Wow, that's a huge group of Chaos Warriors. Look at this. This poor group of Iron Breakers is so surrounded. You probably do need to finish working over that giant. The gyrocopter has driven off the Hell Cannon crews. The funny thing is, Hell Cannon crews can't... they're unbreakable. So I'm really surprised that they ran off from their weapons. Did I actually destroy the Hell Cannons? No, they seem to be fine, basically. They still look angry as ever. The fact that they're crude at all is kind of in violation of the lore, because the thing about those Hell Cannons is that they're supposed to be demons themselves. Alright, melee defense down for everybody. Get some kills. Get in there and take Sigvald's stupid head off. We'll keep his extremely bad haircut in a box back in Karazakarak. Prince Sigvald wigs are going to be all the rage this season. Although I guess maybe like beard wigs? Is that a thing? People wear fake beards, right? Hey, you guys, focus. Get rid of those trolls. Okay. That went smoothly. Not that we expected it to go otherwise. Now, unfortunately, Sigvald's army is almost certainly going to fall back from here. Like, this is not going to actually eliminate them. But we still have some movement left. And if they... Actually, they should fall back toward Guthrie, right? So Guthrie could lead the next attack. he could get the trait now that the army is far, far less dangerous. And once we have the Warriors of Chaos destroyed, we can all just move back west and deal with all of the Chaos rebellions that have spawned in our territory, because I believe each of our northern provinces is going either has a rebellion now or will have a rebellion very, very soon. The combination of all of the confederations and the incredibly huge amount of raiding and chaos corruption that I have thus far been unable to stop.
Forwards!
Ooh, Armor of Fortune, that's not bad. So let's see, you're not quite in range anymore. Oh no, he totally is, actually.
Beards in belts. For the
Alright, Guthrie,
of Valea.
you know what to do. This is the final one. We could probably auto-resolve this, but you know what? Let's enjoy our big victory here. I do wish we could... you know what? I was going to say I do wish we could control the order that our reinforcements come in, but if I could, this is the order. I want Grombrindal's army first. I just want to get Grombrindal on the table, because he's so good at fighting Sigvald specifically. Lords in general, and Sigvald specifically. I feel like it's been a little while since we've had a manual battle with Guthrie and had the ability to drop the Ancestor on somebody. They're all coming in behind us, which is cool. Unfortunately, there's a ton of trees here. So how about we do this? Let's have our organ guns fall back to like here. Should have a clean shot at them as they come over the ridge. We'll just have people group up with us here. Oh, it's just like a bunch of Longbeards. I forgot that we have Longbeards in this army.
Victory will be ours.
Okay. Again, in theory, they could just stay back, make us come to them, but let's be honest. We all know what's happening here. It's not going to make a difference. Come join us.
Yes.
Honestly, just get over here. I don't know. I don't really have a plan. Just everybody get over here.
Raged firepower ready.
We'll all group up and we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it after we're all grouped up. Honestly, we'll deal with it after combat begins, probably. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any of the gyrocopters right away, because they're like super deep in the army lineups. Is everybody okay? Everybody on the map currently has movement orders, and they are just about to enter range. All right, Chaos Warriors with halberds, chosen with great weapons. This is one. This is a target I care about, I guess. Yeah, that's worth aiming at. I'm not too worried about the Chaos Trolls. We'll break the Chaos Trolls down. It's not the most intimidating gate in the world, is it? I mean, like, I know they're scary. They have scary numbers behind them. But it's a little hard to see this lope and not think of, like, a performer in a suit at a children's party, or like maybe on the Muppet Show. Seas of blood, he says. Whose blood? Whose blood do you think?
I'm Gelder approved.
Alright, focus on Sigvald.
Now. The ancestors watch.
Alright, here come the grenades. And the ranged fire and stuff. We should make pretty short work of them here. Buffs for everybody. Yep, they're already panicking. They would like to go home, please. You know what, Guthrie, you don't need to run forward. Never mind that. Belay that order.
Runes of spell breaking. Let's turn the tide.
I'm going to try to flank Grombrindle out around them. And if somebody wants to fight Grombrindle by himself, they are welcome to do so. But basically, this is what Grombrindle's doing. He is fighting Sigvald. This is his job. Alright, Guthrie. Defend your engineer. Back up. You do not need to... You do not need to engage in melee combat with this nerd.
This takes me back. Go, go!
Alright, as he runs past these guys, we're going to smoke bomb. Do we need to issue specific orders anywhere else? No, it looks like everybody's doing the thing they need to be doing. The Giant Slayers, I guess, could be executing flanks, but by the time they get anywhere, the battle's going to be over. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, just run through. If you can get in position to hurt somebody, cool. Smoke bomb those guys to remove all their melee defense. Well, a significant portion of it anyway. That one chosen better watch himself. Okay. Any one of us could take you, but why bother fighting you one-on-one? This right here, this is disrespect. I am tired of him. Alright, looks like the, you guys should have known. Slayers are fast enough that they get into position to do stuff. Whoa, watch it with the grenades now. Drink them up, boys. This is probably our last chance to fight Chaos Warriors with the Northern armies, so get your fill. Sigvald in open retreat, pursued by Grombrindle, which is the way he's going to live the rest of his life, short as that may be. Yep, and everything else is everyone else is going. You get him?
No shoddy contraptions here.
You better keep running, buddy. That armor looks heavy. Starting to get tired? Starting to feel a little tired? We'll get there. The siege weapon ammo was coming in pretty quickly there. I think he's probably done for. He managed to get 0 kills. Honestly, given how stacked my characters were on the sides of the army, I think Sigvald probably should have just tried to plow right into the middle. He could have maybe done something to somebody. But these guys have nowhere left to go. Even if they have movement left for retreat range, like, they're pressed up against the mountains. We have them surrounded on all sides. I think this should be the end of the Chaos Warriors faction. And not a moment too soon. Alright, come on. Load me out. I want to see that sweet, sweet faction destroyed message.
You know who I am.
There it is. Warriors of Chaos down. Warherd of Chaos down. The North is now safe. As long as we can... Okay, yeah, Guthrie got it. The North is now safe as long as we can put down all of these rebellions before they destroy everything we've built up here. Which I guess is not a... it's not a foregone conclusion that we will be able to do that. Missile resistance? Yeah, I guess. Well, you really run out of valuable things to do on combat rune lords. Guthrie the Mad, Guthrie the Scarred.
Yes.
He goes by a million names. And they're all bad. They're all bad things. A lot of bad things have happened to this guy. Alright. Let's root back around and get myself into friendly territory. We need to start repairing our forces.
Retake the realm.
And part of that repairing is going to be getting our units fixed, because we have way too many great weapon quarrelers that we had to hire in tremendous haste. Alright, who still hasn't done stuff this turn? We can take this guy out. Aw. What a disappointment. Alright, we can probably afford to disband this army now. He has some giant slayers and stuff. You know, we should have him trade some of his units over. So let's see, at the very least, we can trade 2 units of slayers for these 2 units of giant slayers. I don't really need these extra heroes, but I guess we have some pretty soft units here, like a Thane is probably better than a unit of Longbeards given this army's composition. Like, we already have enough bodies here, probably. Well, we have a lot of units that have no ground presence, I guess. No, I'll just make this trade, and then we'll disband. And this will put us back into making proper dwarven money again, which it turns out we still need. Really, only up to 69. I thought that extra lord was costing us an arm and a leg. That's strange. Well, okay, so this event is still going because the puppets of chaos and the servants of chaos still exist. We'll get that dealt with soon. And then all of the corruption will just fall away, I hope. Okay, so here we have Hexus Trolltooth. It does look like our allies are on the case. Let's get over to Ekrund and wait out what's going to happen. It seems like we may not be necessary down here. I am worried about this, though. I guess these guys are in pretty rough shape. We should actually probably... next turn, underway over here if we can. We'll probably have to go to the edge of the land here and then over to this side. But we might be able to clean that up. So it's probably not necessary for you to be on the map at all at this point. I think you're pretty far away from being useful. Okay, our gold was recalculated. There we go. There's the rest of that money. Ulfar Granite Hand needs to get back to someplace where he can be useful and also to refill his health a little bit. Ammunition wagons seem good. Damage up for Quarrelers and Rangers. I assume that this will apply to, like, Bugman's Rangers and stuff. We should probably... we are taking a lot of Quarrelers to the west, aren't we? A reload time reduction is straight damage increase as well, though. Let's work toward that. Don't think we want to spend any more money. Northern Oblast is going to have a rebellion. I notice we have walls on all of our settlements around here, so we should be okay. You know what? I am going to spend some money on this. Let's make sure all of our settlements up here are walled. I don't know how to predict what's going to happen. The north is a strange and unpredictable place, and we need to be ready for whatever. All right, let's do one more sequence of enemy turns, and then we are done for today. I think this has been an extremely productive episode. Oh, hey, the Rune Lords. Remember those Rune Lords? I'll have to give them some better, more specific orders at the beginning of next video. I also need to, like, comb through all of our people and figure out what the deal is with all of our equipment and all of our extra followers. We have 743 Oath Gold, and we're about to take a bunch of armies to the west. We still don't actually have that pottery. So the upgrade for Erengrad is taking forever because it's not in our preferred climate type.
Fetch the brute.
Yep, just don't really have any interest in that. 1107. I think that is the highest relationship number I have ever seen in this game. Clan Engrand really, really loves us. I'm curious to see whether Norska has used this time to build an army, or, like, what is going on over there? Wow, Bretonnia has taken this this attack on Athaloran very seriously. Okay, so, I mean, Norska was showing a little bit of red on the bar. They've got more than they did when the Chaos Warriors showed up. This Chaos invasion has been a real blessing for them. It's bought them a lot of time. Huh, it looks like significant portions of Ulthuan are uninhabited, like burned down, maybe? We should probably have a look at that. I keep saying that I'm curious what's going on in Ulthuan and then getting distracted, because I have a lot of other stuff to handle. We should go and see what the deal is. Oh, I didn't move the army. I didn't move our army that's way down in Lustria. Or is this Lustria? Yeah, this area. Because it didn't ask for orders because it's in a settlement. Darn it. I forgot all about it. We have so many things going on. I gotta remember to actually open up our Lords and Heroes dialogue and page through everybody. That said, it's not like we're in a lot of trouble. It may even be the case that we don't need this mountain range over here once Norska's wiped out. Because there are 10 of the mountain ranges that we need are on the eastern continent. I'm a little worried about the fact that Estalia seemed to have less total army strength than Norska did. Alright, Hex's Trolltooth is surrounded by enemies. Don't have a good sense of how many Puppets of Chaos armies there are, but if they lose these two, the threat has to mostly be over. Okay, Hex's Trolltooth attacked one of those Tillian armies and won, but there's not much left of him. Oh, this is a problem. Fortunately, there's a Khemri army right there. So, before we end the video here, we need to go check on Lothern. I want to see what's happening over there. It seems like maybe the Dark Elves are getting aggressive. Naggarond seems to be ascendant. An age of peace? As the last of the Chaos Hordes is scoured from the face of the world, this is firing prematurely. An awful silence descends. More than a silence, an absence of sound which echoes the all-consuming void without. All creation is stilled, breath held in anticipation of the final cataclysm. Then, tentatively, gently, life reasserts itself. Oh, I moused over something. Okay, there we go. Not in a grand way to echo those who sought to end everything, but in the small ways which of themselves are life. Birdsong pierces the silence, hesitant at first, then swelling, a defiant hymn to creation, borne on a soft wind that sifts dust onto the scattered corpses littering the bloody plain of battle. And the spell is broken. Bloodied veterans, survivors, refugees, all draw breath into their aching lungs and weep at the taste and smell of victory, peace, and life. Yet what is life if not the constant striving of one against the other? It doesn't have to be this way, guys. After all, every hedgerow is a bloody battleground, every plant a murderer, every creature red in tooth and claw. The creature thing I get, every plant a murderer? I don't think that's right. Even as the weak raise their eyes to a golden future, the wise are glancing about to see who will make the first move in seizing it for themselves. The shield of civilization which turned aside the deadly thrust of chaos is now a heavy and cumbersome thing. Those who are first to cast it aside will be the quickest with their blades, and a knife in the back is surest of all. Comrades who stood shoulder to shoulder in the shield wall now step apart and take each other's measure. Alliances begin to unravel, and the storm clouds gather once more. So, over the course of all of this nonsense, many of the factions of Order have had a trait called Shield of Civilization that has given us positive diplomatic feelings for each other and made us less likely to attack each other. Now that's gone, and we enter a period of everybody suddenly deciding that they want to scrabble and be violent. And so we may have to watch out for people who were allies, deciding they will be allies no longer. However, I think Kislev should be stalwart. I'm more worried about the Empire than anything else. Well, I'm more worried about these Chaos Warriors than the Empire, but the Empire's a close second. So yeah, a lot of Lothern has fallen to the Dark Elves. Or a lot of Ulthuan has fallen to the Dark Elves. The gates are still standing, but the Dark Elves have managed to get around the island anyway. Lothern is still standing, but Angariel is not. And hey, look, it's some kind of giant magic sword thing. Yeah, this is bad for the Lore Masters. And if it's bad for the Lore Masters, that means it's bad for our prospects over here, because they'll have to devote fewer armies to devote to fighting the Skaven. Well, the worst of it is over, but that doesn't mean that we're not still in kind of a situation here. that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. It seems we still have some cleanup to do. And we'll see you then.